Unboxing of the Plusivo digital clamp meter. This is the 6,000 count on Amazon. As you can see here, it has a do not tamper seal, which is kind of nice when you're talking about buying a new piece. Some of the main features here: AC, DC voltage, AC, DC currents. Kind of go ahead and open it up here. Bust the seal here real quick, just to kind of see what's in here. Little customer reward. I've gotten one of these once or twice, but I've never turned one in, so maybe I'll do so. Who knows? So inside they have a few little goodies. A little flathead screwdriver. Some test probes. Wire adapter, wire cutter slash get rid of the sheathing off of it. Some different different types of probes here, including a little hook probe, as you can see here, and some alligator clips. And then some alligator clips that go onto the end of the probes, which are kind of nice when you're testing some things. There's a Phillips head screwdriver, which we've already seen the other. They give you some very cheap electrical tape. Do yourself a favor, don't use this, use something better. Comparing the Fluke 177 versus the Plusivo CL101 for voltage readings. As you can see here, I'm going to turn on the lights just for easier reading, but you'll see that the Plusivo is not really very accurate, especially it has a linear drift as you go forward. So we'll set it at 1 volt, and you'll see that that's about 1.02. It's 2.35, 2.035. Go up to 3. As you see, it keeps going up by about 16 to 20. We'll do 10 just as an example here. So you're approximately 2% off right here, which is within the spec when you're looking at voltage. And here you go at 20 volts, we're reading 20.4, where the Fluke is reading 20.01. We'll go up to 30. And as you see here, it's off by more than a half a volt. It's about 0.7 volts difference. That's pretty large. I found that the amperage readings were also wildly inaccurate, and I have a short clip here that will show that. I have an Excel spreadsheet where I measure the DC voltage for the Plusivo, and as you can see here, we're pretty accurate in the lower range. But what happens is the delta in each reading increases each and every volt or half volt, however, whatever step you want to go with, which means when you're at the 100, 200 range, 300 range, it's going to be a large delta, which is probably within their 2% factor. However, it's not very accurate, and it's a linear drift, which means it might be able to be fixed because they do have 3 pots inside. I know one of them was for the amperage, and maybe one of them's for voltage. I didn't really calibrate this, so maybe some calibration will help out. So here's maybe the craziest thing. Right now we're in AC amps. I'm going to turn it to DC amps, so you hit select. We're now on DC amps, and as you can see here, it's negative 0.8 amps. Now here's the craziest thing. When you turn on the backlight, it goes to negative 3.2 amps. And this is related to the cabling for the LCD is up here at the top, and it crosses over the input for the amperature. As you can see here, I have it about negative 0.8. This is about as good as it gets. This is after calibrating. It was about 1 to 3, 1 to 2, kind of fluctuating. So as you can see, not very accurate on amperatures if you're looking to get anything close to 10 or less. It was better when I got closer to the limits, or let's say like 40 to 50 amps. It was much closer, but still off. And here's another issue with this. Again, we're in amps, 60 amps, and we're reading about negative 0.7. If you turn on the light, so you have to hold the H light here, as you'll see, it's now at 4 amps. There's the light, 4 amps, turn it off, back down to negative 0.8, no light. So as you can see, all the wiring for the light is up here in this general area and causes it to malfunction. So understand that your readings will be pretty bad. Let's see if we turn on both the lights and the flashlight and turn on the background light. So we're reading 2 amps with the background light and the flashlight. Poor design, give you poor results. So the only way that it's actually even close is when you're here on this, no light at all on,